Yes, guys, hello and welcome back to the Spurs-related YouTube channel and podcast. I hope everyone is doing very well today. Today, we are previewing the Tottenham-Liverpool match tomorrow at 5:30. Huge game. Tottenham haven't beaten Liverpool since 2017. I'm getting that in there nice and early because I'm starting to already feel a little bit nervous on this one. But Ange cooking, and I'm sure a lot of you guys in the comments agree, and potentially some people on this panel maybe are feeling a little bit more confident myself. But today I am joined alongside Jack of Spurs-related, as always, and as you can see below, special guest Ruby, the Liverpool fan, for a bit of a debate. Maybe gets a bit heated. Who knows? Let's see how it goes. But we'll start with the guest. Ruby, how are you doing today?
I am absolutely hanging, but you know what? We prosper, we carry on. But can I just say that intro is like a memorabilia to Kane.
Yeah, and Lucas Moura and Ericsson. Basically, everyone that's left us. There's only Son left.
Everybody's moved on, yeah.
Oh, that's
swiftly
sad,
moving on.
It's nice and sad just before the game.
Yeah, it's a little bit sad actually, isn't it? But hopefully we can
reminding us all of that Champions League final. But yeah, that's not today's. It's a new era now, so we're going to leave that in the past.
Don't worry.
But no, thanks for joining us. We're going to whiz through in sort of 20 minutes, look at the head-to-heads, talk a little bit about your thoughts about Liverpool and obviously Tottenham's start as well. And I know Jack's got a few questions prepped. Guys, if you are enjoying the content back on Spurs-related, please do smash the thumbs up and, of course, subscribe if you are new. But, Jack, I'm going to flip it over to you straight away. I know you're doing well, mate, so I'd ask you how you are and all that, but we're whizzing through it today.
He don't care, does he?
He's not bothered. He's not bothered. He's like that, Jack. Just ask your questions. And shut
Jack,
up.
yeah, he's here. Right, here we go. Let's crack things off. Right. So, first question, nice and simple. What do you make of Tottenham and Liverpool's start to the season? I've been really impressed with Liverpool. I feel like a lot of people were underestimating Liverpool coming into this season, being how good Arsenal and Man City were last year. What do you also think of Tottenham? Have you got any nice things to say?
It's the whole team's just basically around Son, really, isn't it?
That's true.
Well
true,
done to him. He's smashing it, taking up the captaincy and
what,
stuff.
But... What about James Maddison? You don't think he's better than Sabrosa?
Don't take the piss. Do you think Maddison could score a goal like Sabo scored the other day?
That was
100%. 100% I do. And I think I've seen it multiple times in a Leicester shirt. Did you hear
the flattery almost in his voice when he said 100%?
That is true, though.
You didn't even believe it when you said it.
No. At the end of the day, James Maddison.
It was so subtle.
Yeah, because the reason why it was so subtle, because it's confidence. And James Maddison in that number 10, you've seen it for Leicester, you've seen it for England. In my opinion, one of the best ball strikers in the Premier League. And as good as Sabrosa has been, and he's come with a hefty price tag, Maddison's done it in the Premier League for a few years now. And I believe, if I was choosing today out of Maddison and Sabrosa, he's new to the Prem, and he's a great player. But
so you can't put on Maddison's years when he's already being compared to him right now, because you're doing it.
But just because he scored one good goal midweek against Leicester.
No, ignore the goal. You brought up the question. You're already comparing him, and he's only played 6 games.
It's because you can't attacking me. So I'm just saying, I'm a big fan of Sabrosa, but James Maddison, fantastic player.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks for your opinion, aren't you asking me the questions?
Okay.
This is brilliant. I'll just
got to stick up for the Spurs fans here.
I love the way James isn't even backing you.
Yeah, but James is just here smiling. He hasn't really. I'm representing the Spurs fans here. He's trying to stay neutral. Right, let's move on. Okay. Does this feel like a renovated Liverpool squad? Because I feel like this year you've made a lot of chopping and changing. Fabinho's left, Henderson's left. It almost feels like a new beginning for Liverpool. You've got McAllister, you've got Sabrosa coming in, and you've got Endo. What do you make of the new squad?
Yeah, and Gravy.
Brian
Gravenberch.
Oh yeah, of course, and Gravenberch. Yeah. What do you make of the new signings?
I think it's the development that we all knew was happening, like as fans, as supporters, and as people of the city type of thing. My brother's probably going to burst in now. You hear him? I think it was just it was the build that we all knew was happening, but everyone, obviously from an outside perspective, who is against the club or is a rival to our club, they all kind of just thought, oh yeah, you've been saying this for ages, blah blah blah, and it was never ever going to happen. But now it does feel like it has happened, and it is a renovated Liverpool.
Yeah,
Do you think you needed to get rid of Fabinho and Henderson and all those players? Because obviously, like Jack said, it's very newly looked.
Fabinho, I loved him. He did so much for us, but he turned like a ship. It was like, and he's turning for ages in the middle of the park, and you're just like, oh, please spray it somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you feel like Endo's better than Fabinho was last season? Do you feel like Fabinho was really tailing off? Because before, he was like your first man on the team sheet. I thought he was exceptional.
No, 100%. Fab was our guy for a very, very long time. And I think it was obviously our mistake anyway, not really having someone to fill in if Fab was injured or whatever. Just as like a roll on, roll off, just in that position. That's our fault, obviously. But now we're kind of done the same, but with Endo. But obviously I can't compare Endo to Fab when Endo's played like 3 games.
Of course,
yeah, exactly.
But he looks very promising. He's a good sweeper to have in the midfield. Like, he's very switched on with like cutting passing lanes, just kind of reading the game in a defensive midfield way. And you need that. That's his position. You don't always need someone to be going on runs like Matip.
Agreed. Do you feel like you could have kept maybe one of Henderson and Fabinho to have Endo as well? Because you got a good price for Endo considering how much Lavia and Caicedo were going for.
Yeah, 100%. But Lavia and Caicedo, aren't they on the bench or something?
Long gone. 5 points in 6 games, I think. So Chelsea are not in today's conversation.
When you choose money over the actual game.
I agree. 100%. Right.
But yeah, no, I don't think we should have kept one of them. I think if anything, we like to build on kind of someone who's got a spark rather than like someone's spark that's dying out.
Yeah,
type of
fair
thing.
enough. I'm looking forward to this next question, by the way. This is again a Jack special. I feel like this is gonna rattle. This isn't gonna rattle you, Ruby. I think you're just gonna be straight up honest on this one.
From what I've gathered so far, there's not many.
I've already said my brother will probably bounce in a minute.
That's fine. What I was going to say, I feel like so far, I don't think we'll get many compliments from this Tottenham side, but we'll see. Come on then, what do you reckon? Can you see this Tottenham side presenting any problems?
Yeah, I think the way Liverpool are at the moment, all we do is concede first anyway. So,
but you're scoring a lot.
I know.
Like 3 or 4 every game. I think
we've gone back to kind of not last season, the season before, where we were going to win, but we needed that additional push, and that is within the first half of going behind or having a lot of scares within the first half. Because a lot of the time we come out the blocks very, very slow. And obviously, if you've got your strikers on like Son, he's just going to run ragged.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think your last 6 games, you've won 3-1 after 4 of them. You've won 3-1 after conceding first. I think you did it in the Europa League against Lask Linz the other day, and you've done it a few times in the league.
You done it against Leicester the other day as well.
Do you see Tottenham scoring first and then sort of a Liverpool comeback? I guess your prediction may be.
I think that would be my prediction. If you're lucky to get that one, anyway.
Okay. Jack, what's the next sort of question? I've got a couple in mind, but we'll go through your ones.
Yeah, so this one's similar to what we've already really spoke about, so we can glaze over it. But I think we'll quickly, because I can already tell you're a big fan of Sabrosa and maybe McAllister as well. So give us some thoughts and feelings of Sabrosa and McAllister.
The thing I like about Sabrosa is, one, he can strike, but the main thing for me is no matter whether it's in the Europa, the Prem, a friendly, any of them, any league, any match, when it comes to pressing, he presses like it's a final. And I think that's the energy, and you need that engine in your midfield. And over the years, obviously, that's what kind of depleted with Henderson. So that we've got that back now. Even if he doesn't always win the ball, or it doesn't always succumb to something amazing or an advantage or something, it's that pressure that them players know that they're going to get, and it's from him. And I think that is something that we've missed a lot. So having him in midfield is just, for me, it's a very big plus that he has that.
I definitely agree, and I feel like when we're talking about the best Liverpool side, we're talking about Jurgen Klopp when he first came in, and you had that midfield of Gini Wijnaldum, Henderson, and I forgot the third, but all I remember is how high you'd press up the field and how quickly you'd win the ball back. Yeah, and
don't I just even talk about Gini to make Sal actually cry me eyes out.
But like, how good you were, you'd win the ball back so fast because you were relentless. And that's why I think you've made a great decision in this is a Spurs channel. I don't know why I'm talking so high at Liverpool, but you're
like, he's a turncoat.
Yeah, you've got
what you've done.
Renovated midfield trio, and that's what you were missing, and that's what you had previously. So, in my opinion, they're fantastic buys into Bosley and McAllister.
Yeah, 100%. And McAllister, to touch on him, I feel like obviously with Thiago being older now, he's one of the senior players. Obviously he's been there, done it with multiple clubs, but his age is also kind of obviously showing where he's getting injuries a lot more. He's out a lot more, and I feel like McAllister's got that eye of passing, like the assist that he done for Nunez the other day. In my eyes, the only other person that could do that is Thiago or Trent to do a ball like that.
Agree.
So I feel like have someone who's nifty like that in the middle of the park, as well as someone who's pressing, as well as someone who's relentless and strong like Endo, sweeping up at the back if anything does get through. Them three for me in the midfield. That's a tough day for you.
And having Thiago as well, that experience around the squad, someone who's played for all the best teams around Europe, him who can come off the bench as well, I feel like that's absolutely crucial for you. But the only other person who I think can make that pass is James Maddison, and I hope we'll see that Saturday. So that'll move us on.
I feel like he's got a crush on him, you know.
Wait, Ruby, I've got to say, that was my next question. Jack, just very quickly.
Oh, sorry, I've got excited there. Yeah.
Ruby, who are you putting as the Premier League signing of the summer so far in the whole of the Prem? Because I'm actually genuinely putting James Maddison as the signing of the summer. In terms of the impact he's made.
I don't follow Tottenham in any way, shape or form. So I just know from your channel that you love him. I've never heard anybody else talk about him though. And I've got mates who support Spurs.
You'll see.
They love him. They're just not telling you yet. They absolutely love James Maddison. All Spurs fans are absolutely loving him. Like he's the next big thing. Like he's so good. I honestly think.
Do you reckon you'll actually win some silverware?
No, I don't. I'll be honest.
Okay.
Not this season.
That's fine.
Maybe next season, but not this season.
Yeah,
it's a project.
Maybe
it's a project.
It
took Klopp.
It's a project since the fucking club began.
None
of that slander on here.
Where's the positivity? You got to give us a bit of charity here. Like Tottenham, it's a new era.
Son's amazing.
So it's amazing. He certainly is.
Son?
Right. I've got my next one. I know, like you said, you don't follow Spurs as much as Liverpool. Obviously, you wouldn't. But you might have seen a bit of Postecoglou and how he's come across. Do you have any thoughts and feelings on him?
No, because I don't know what the hell's happening with him. What's he done? Has he done something?
We're unbeaten under him after.
He's United struggling fan base.
He come out and said something. Sorry.
No. So he basically all Spurs fans right now are just can't believe how lucky we are to have a manager like Postecoglou. I think having all the negativity of Conte and Mourinho, we're absolutely buzzing. So we wanted to, and we feel like we're actually wanted by a manager. A manager actually wants to come to our club.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of fans on Twitter right now are actually appreciating how Postecoglou's coming across. Like he's willing to put an arm around players, but at the same time, he's straight to the point as well. So he cuts no crap.
Even though I don't really follow them, when I said I don't know what's going on with them, I thought like he'd come out in a press conference and said something mad like Conte or whatever. But yeah, no, I think you've kind of excelled since the start of the season and having him. And I think it is obviously that feeling of feeling wanted, because no player wants to play under a manager that they feel like isn't bothered about them or the club, because that's something that's their career as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I did see he has some boss things to say about Son being captain, how he's took on the role, and basically that like the team is just kind of revolving around him, which is sometimes you've got to do that if you've got a star player, and that's how he's winning his game. So if you understand your team, you'll win the games end of.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. And also, it's nice to have a manager that you feel like it doesn't feel like he's doing you a favour. It feels like he actually wants to be there and put his arm around the players, like you were saying, Ruby. So, yeah, I agree with that. We've got a couple more questions, Jack. Again, going back to Liverpool, Jack. I think Jack's forgotten it's Spurs related. It's Liverpool related today, apparently.
Did you see how aggressive Ruby come in? No Spurs praise. I've had to think on the spot and think, what's Ruby going to enjoy talking about?
You already had these questions. Stop lying.
I think did I? How do you know? Right. What are Liverpool's ambitions for the season? Are you going to bring in another Premier League trophy, or do you think it's too soon?
I think possibly. Realistically, it's too soon, but I think obviously it's not going to be a battle for top 4 this year. I think we're just going to go back to where we should be. I think obviously we should come away with at least one piece of silverware, especially like the Europa or anything like that. And from the season that we just had, to come away with one bit of silverware or maybe 2 this season, would be a big plus, and it'd be a major attribute into how not only like the fans but the club and the players will take this renovation of the team.
Yeah, I think you'll win the Europa League personally. Just very quickly, I don't see there being a team challenging. Like, apparently Brighton were second favourites and they lost to AEK Athens. Like, I don't think there's that much competition in the Europa League. Like, if Klopp takes it seriously enough, you guys will storm it. But
yeah, even it with like Dokon and obviously Curtis, Harvey, Bendo, is it Quanta? I don't want to butcher anyone's name. The young lad that we've got in CB. Having the ability to play the under-21s teams, like, it's given them experience in senior games where maybe next season they will be more prevalent in the squad and they will be more useful, such as the young ones that go through Arsenal. But this is like a perfect moment kind of for us to kind of find out, okay, yeah, we've got our B players, but like who are like B minus, or like someone who is going to outshine in that, and then we've got them on the books for a certain opponent in the future. So I think obviously it's everyone's laughing, oh, Liverpool on in the Champions League, blah blah blah, but like at the same time, like, it's lessons, not losses. Like, we're making other things come from it. So
yeah,
it's the same as Tottenham. Like, we're not in Europe, and it's actually probably a good thing because our squad isn't deep enough to go into a European
you'd rather not just have the embarrassments every week.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, straight to the point.
Yeah.
But if this was Liverpool, if the way Liverpool ended last season, I probably would not even watch Champions League games.
Yeah, no,
fair enough. No, that Real Madrid game at Anfield wasn't pretty. But we'll move on. Because Ruby, you've been very generous in your time today, so we'll end it off. I'm sure you've got some strong final score predictions for us.
Before you do, I just want to read out the last sort of 10 head-to-heads. So we lost 4-3 when Richarlison scored, took his top off, and then Lucas Moura passed it back, and then we lost that game 4-3.
Yeah, that was
put your top back on, you absolute weapon.
Yeah, and then 2-1 at the Tottenham Stadium last year. Salah brace.
Oh, I was at that with my mate, and I was sat in Tottenham's version of like the Kop, and my mate thought he was going to get his head kicked in.
All right. Okay. Well, that might be for another podcast.
Actually, next time he went to his season ticket seats, the guys were saying, "Where's that Scouse girl? Why haven't you brought her back?" And they were like,
That's unreal. And then it was 1-1 at Liverpool last year. Diaz scored an equaliser after Son scored. Then it was 2-2 We lost 3-1, lost 2-1, lost 1-0, lost 2-1, lost 2-0, lost 2-1, lost 2-1, lost 2. You think I'm joking? The last time we beat you
No, I don't.
was 2017 at Wembley when Dele Alli was still in his prime. 4-1, Kane,
Dele,
Ali,
man.
Son, and Kane again, and Salah scored for you. That's 6 years ago, nearly to the day, by the way. We haven't beaten
Okay,
Liverpool.
no. So before I give my prediction, I know James, you said you're a bit scared anyway for tomorrow.
I am, yeah.
Like, what are your predictions?
I'll be straight up honest. I never
Here you
predict
go.
a loss because I don't think I've ever predicted a loss because I'm delusional to an extent. But I would genuinely not be upset with a score draw tomorrow. I really wouldn't. I think 2-2.
You're gonna predict the draw because you don't predict losses.
That's it. So 2-2. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just being honest. Like
No,
I
that's
feel like
fine.
Liverpool have really hit some mad form, and I think they're much better than Man United. They're better than Arsenal at the moment, and we drew with Arsenal. I'm just being realistic. I think a draw for Tottenham wouldn't be a bad thing to keep the unbeaten run going. But I'm going to. I genuinely think it's going to be 2-2, but I'd love a 3-2 Tottenham. But I'm just being realistic. I think it'll be 2-2.
What about you?
I'm going to be nice and realistic. And did you know Liverpool the only team Tottenham haven't beat at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? And I'm going to be nice and realistic and say Tottenham are going to win tomorrow, 100%. Because as good as you have been, you really have. You've been fantastic. I think this reunited fan base and midfield of Maddison, Sarr, and Basuma is going to really compete with your midfield three. And I think our defense is going to
Basuma.
be stronger.
I do like Basuma.
Honestly, Basuma is fantastic. The way he breaks the lines, the way his dribbling is unbelievable. And I feel like if he's on form tomorrow, I think it's going to be absolutely crucial. And I think our balance, Sarr as well. I don't know if you see much of him, but he just runs and runs and runs and continuously wins the ball back for us, which allows Maddison the creativity and the space to find Son and find Brennan Johnson. Yeah, come on now. Well, I'm happy being a Spurs fan. Yes, I love a bit of James Maddison, but we'll steer away from that. And I generally do believe we'll win 3-2 tomorrow, and I think it's going to be a great game. Don't get me wrong. Full respect to Liverpool. I'm sure we're going to have a great season, but the joy of being a Tottenham fan is that you got to hope for these things, and that's why I'm going to go for a 3-2 win.
To be fair, I was actually thinking 3-2 for us or 3-1.
Wow.
Who's your scorers? The Bosler.
No. Cody.
Okay.
It depends who we start, though. I think Cody's on form at the moment. He's my guy. I've just worked with him. He's on form. And
has he paid you to say it?
Nah. Not even.
But you go for Cody over Nunez at the minute.
The video's not even out yet.
Nunez
so he needs to be on form for the video to do well.
Spurs-related exclusive.
Nunez is surely starting over Gakpo, in my opinion. Nunez has been unbelievable for you guys.
Yeah, he has. But
big fan of Nunez.
He never starts a game well.
True.
He never ever starts a game well. It's like he almost has to understand the game for each opponent, to then go on and do certain things. Because if you look at the two goals he scored in the Newcastle game, them two goals were a mirror of each other. And that was because he just knew that was how he got the other one. So then he's just done the exact same thing. And that's what brought us back into the game. But I think, depending on who we start, I'd like to see Cody on the score sheet. I'd like to see McAllister on the score sheet. I feel like sometimes when a player does a lot in the middle of the park, it's nice for them to also have the recognition. Because a lot of people forget that goals wouldn't happen without like the balls over the top from McAllister or the running behind that he's seen on the corner of his eye and he slipped it through type of thing. He gets the assist or whatever, but it's nice for people to remember them for that as well. So I'd like to see him on the score sheet. And I want Diaz, man. I love Diaz.
You can't have them all score. You can't have them all score. You got.
I said three. So McAllister, Gakpo, and Diaz.
True.
Okay.
So
bit of a weird goal prediction, like scorers, but you know, it's just what I would enjoy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Romero, Basuma, and Pedro Porro. Yeah.
God. Imagine I come on and was like, Alisson last minute header.
Yes. Jack, you've gone 3-2.
3-2.
We've all gone
bit
3-2,
out there.
really.
Okay, there you go. 3-2 is the score, guys. Let us know in the comments below what you're going for. But that is all we have time for. Ruby, you've been an absolute superstar. Thank you so much for coming on. Where can people find you if they want to go and check you out on socials or anything?
Anyway, my name is my name on everything.
There you go.
YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch.
Sweet.
It's my name.
Super.
And is there a Gakpo interview coming out that people can look out for?
There is, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
But it's on Liverpool TV, so.
Oh, wow.
Don't know whether
Nice.
you're going to
Check it
want to
out.
watch that.
I'll check it out. After we beat you 3-2, I'm sure it'll be a great interview.
You know what? We'll have to do a bloody post-match one now. If
Yeah,
we win,
I
'cause
look
I'll just
forward
come
to
on
it.
and smoke.
Ruby, we'll
Hey,
have
Mum.
you and James Maddison in the fun now. Don't worry.
Oh.
I might do that anyway for this one. But you came in and smoked straight away, Ruby. 3 minutes in, you were cooking Jack. I was absolutely loving it. I mean,
Oh, all right.
down
Just
since
she's a
then,
guest. What about back in your own, eh? Look at this.
That's why he got me on, Jack. He experienced this in real life.
Oh, he knows what he's doing,
I
doesn't
did.
he? Terrible.
I got grilled by 3 Liverpool fans. It was awful.
Who was it? Me, Doyle, and Alex.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was 2v3 as well. But anyway, we've digressed, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Go check Ruby out. Jack, great work as always. And guys, we'll see you for a post-game reaction where we're reviewing that 3-2 Tottenham win. As always, guys, remember,
God loves a trier, but not more than a winner.
go you Spurs. See you later, guys.
See you in
Bye.
a bit.